Good morning, friends. How are you? It's Anna Walker from Anna Walker Designs and StabThingsIntoExistence.com. Welcome. I'm glad you're here with us today. And I've got masks on my mind. Our governor earlier this week made a mask mandatory in public order, but left it up to individual counties to decide how they were going to implement and enforce that. And unfortunately, my county decided that they were going to wait a week so that people could get together and expose themselves over 4th of July. And masks are on my mind. I know they're a pain. I know it's difficult to wear a mask, and it's difficult to think about wearing a mask all the time, but I think that's because they're uncomfortable because the design is wrong. And so I've been fiddling around this morning, and I think I may have found a way around that. I haven't gotten to stitching it yet, but the biggest part of the issue, especially for those of us with chubby cheeks, is that masks either don't match our nose or they don't match our cheeks, and they slip off our nose, and I wanted to find a way around that. So I came up with a little something, and I'll be posting it on the website a little bit later once I've had a chance to stitch it up and make sure that it functions the way I think it is going to function. And but I wanted to show you what my process is and how I've been putting that together. And how does it relate to felting? Well, I'm using felted wool, and I will likely needle felt a word or a design or something on the front of this. It'll be a 2-layer mask, 1 layer of felted wool and 1 layer of quilting cotton, which should be more than enough to take care of any of those droplets that I might spray out as I'm talking or singing at the top of my lungs to make myself feel better. But these are, I think it's a good place to start. So I'm going to flip the camera down. I'm just going to share a little bit of my process for how I came up with this morning, and take it from there. Okay, here we go. So when I am figuring out something new, my workspace is a mess, and you can't see all of it here because I mean it's just all over the place. But I was looking for my straight pins, and realized that my little flower pin cushion here was sitting right on the table, but because I have so much other stuff here, I didn't even notice it. Yes, this is a felted neat pin cushion, and it is made with a spiral of felted wool. I just took a strip of wool and just wound it and wound it and wound it and wound it and wound it, and then needle felted to hold the spiral together. There's a washer, a metal washer in the base of this, and that's just to give it a nice solid structure. And then I wet felted the flower and the petals and then molded them around the metal washer and the spiral of felted wool, and it makes a perfect pin cushion. I'll be working up some more of these for this fall, so if you've got someone in your life that loves to sew or loves to do needlework and they need a pretty place to park their needles, keep an eye on the website because these will be offered for sale. Okay, but there's my pin cushion right there. I was reorganizing my little cubby container off to the side of my workspace here in the studio and found these giant clips. I love these, the big ones and the little ones, instead of pins when I am putting together a pattern and holding a pattern in place. If you've got something like leather that you're working with that shows every single pin prick that gets into it, you want to use clips like this. I had some flat foam from a packaging material. I hang on to all of this flat foam because, one, this works wonderfully for using as a resist when I'm doing a wet felted 3-dimensional piece, like, let me pull the heart over here, like the heart here. Okay, so I cut a heart shape out of foam material, and then I work the wet felting process all the way around, and then once it's done, I cut a slit to open it up, pull the resist out and then I finish fulling the felt so that, you know, I've got a three-dimensional piece here. So the foam, the flat foam works great for a resist, but it also works really nice for pattern making when you don't really know what you're doing. Plus, I mean, you could do this out of paper, absolutely. Paper doesn't allow you to put pins in it and to test things out and then to make adjustments. This does. I mean, this is the piece that I started with, and I knew that it needed to have a dart at the bottom for the cheeks and a dart at the top for the nose, and then I just started playing around from there. So this foam, anytime you get some packaging, if you're going to be doing pattern making for sewing or crafting, or if you're going to be doing resist felting, you definitely want to hang on to any of these flat pieces of foam that you get because they are gold. All right, a couple pairs of scissors, one of my nice new pairs of fabric scissors for cutting the hand-dyed beautiful felted wool. I have lots of this stuff, and you know me, I'm not, I kind of stand out in the crowd with my purple hair when it's colored. I've got no problem drawing attention to myself, and I love that felted wool for that particular purpose. But then it's just t-shirt strips, and these are my favorite ties for using on masks because they allow you to customize the fit. And I like the idea of a single continuous loop, and I can do that with a t-shirt strip. And then I can move it from one end, get it around my neck, tighten it back up, and then tie it up at the top of my head or the back of my ears, wherever it feels most comfortable. But this is the design that I came up with, okay? It's an upside down heart. And this is the nose dart. This is the chin dart, and then it flares out like so. Notice the sides are really short compared to most masks that are out there, and I did that on purpose because part of the problem with wearing masks is that you feel like there's so much stuff on your face. Not only is it pushing tight to your nose and mouth, but it feels like there's all this stuff at the side of your face. And so I wanted this to be a narrower area. Having the dart at the top and at the bottom means that this bows out away from my face, and so I don't feel that pressure on my nose or on my mouth as I'm wearing it. And it's an easy pattern to do. I've customized it a little bit. I wanted to round out the bottom edge of where the chin tuck is to get in there so that it was more rounded to go around the bottom part of your chin. But that's the basic template. Put it on a fold. There's a simple little casing off at the side. I've just got the single layer in here right now, okay, because I'm still in the testing. I haven't even sewn it up yet. I've got pins at the nose dart and I've got pins at the chin dart. But I'm going to put this on and let you take a look and you tell me what you think about this. So, the idea is that you see where I'm at. I'm going to make sure that you get the top. Okay, so this is the nose piece. It's going to go right here. And this is the chin strap right here. The bottom part of this, it's going to seem counterproductive, but when I look at how surgeons and nursing staff, medical staff wear their masks in the operating room, most of them are wearing them like this. Now, I had thought originally that we might be able to do just a single strand and just have it custom fit like this. I mean, it's holding on right now, but if we take it and then we go up like this, then we've got a complete fit. You can see that I can talk. I don't have a long enough strap right now. You can see that I can talk, but it's away from my ears, it's away from my mouth, and it's a lot more comfortable. It really is. So I'm going to be following up with this and showing you how this comes to being. You could certainly wear it without the top strap, and you could leave the straps down. That might be an easier thing to do if you made this for kids or for someone who can't, you know, raise their arms up, you know, if you've got an elderly friend or family member, someone who can't get their hands up behind their head. But this is, I think this is an alternative mask design that just might work for a lot of us. And so I'm going to be continuing with this. And hi, Brianna. I'm going to get a blog post to Bree so that she can post the pattern, and y'all can give it a try and see what you think too. So that's all I've got for today. Just a quick stop on. Have a safe 4th this weekend, and please wear your masks. It's for you, and it's for the people that you love, and it's for the people that you don't know. I wear a mask because I care about everyone being safe and being healthy, and I hope that you do too. See you later. See you on Monday. Bye.